Back in session. The next Auto Business is Spotlight on Learning, 6th grade All-County Choral Festival. Dr. Garza?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm so delighted to present this Spotlight on Learning because very early on in my tenure here, I believe Mr. Moon said, one thing you don't want to miss this year in all the events we have, because we have lots and lots and lots of events, do not miss the 6th grade countywide choral event. So anyway, Tom Pat went on, and of course there's a multitude of things that go on, and you reminded me, you know, Dr. Garza, that the event's coming up on Saturday. So anyway, I'm so glad I went. It was awe-inspiring to see almost 1,000 6th graders singing. It really, honestly, it was very touching. And so I won't miss ever that event. Because it's something really special. So tonight's Spotlight will be presented by Tamara Fiera, the Fine Arts Coordinator in the Instructional Services Department, and Jeanette Isik, a Music Resource Teacher for the Instructional Services Department. I apologize if I messed up your last name, but you can correct me when you come up here in just a minute, okay? And the topic of this presentation is the 6th grade All-County Choral Festival. We are also pleased to have with us this evening Menzie Pittman, who is a board member of the National Association of Music Merchants. I believe, I'm not sure Sloan's here tonight, but of course Sloan, we know who Sloan, Dr. Sloan Presidio is. And Keith Taylor, Music Educational Specialist. Jennifer Himes, Fine Arts Project Specialist. Margie Woods, Music Resource Teacher. And Tiffany Parisi, 6th grade student at Spring Hill Elementary School. So I'm going to turn it over to Tamara Ferreira. Welcome to all of you tonight. We're excited to see the program.
Thank you. Good evening. I am so delighted to be able to share our Spotlight on Learning with you tonight about the 6th grade All-County Choral Festival. As Dr. Garza said, we have several staff members from the Fine Arts Office joining us, but we do have two special guests. One is Tiffany Parisi, a 6th grade student from Spring Hill Elementary, and she participated in this year's All-County Choral Festival. So she's going to make a few remarks after the video about her experience. And then we have Mr. Menzie Pittman. He is the founder of the Contemporary Music Center in Chantilly, Virginia. And tonight, he will be making a special presentation recognizing Fairfax County Public Schools for its selection as a 2014 Best Community for Music Education. So we have a great spotlight for you tonight, and so we can start with our video.
This is what it sounds like when nearly 1,000 6th grade students lift their voices in song.
There's nothing like a child's voice, and capturing that one moment in time that there'll be 6th graders is just, it's priceless.
At the 2014 annual 6th grade All-County Choral Festival, 120 FCPS elementary and middle schools were represented by students who auditioned to participate. Co-sponsored by the Fairfax County Public Schools Fine Arts Office and the Fairfax General Music Educators Association, this opportunity allowed students to find new confidence in their voices in a large ensemble.
I'm not very nervous because we have a big choir, so it's not like all eyes are on me. All eyes are on everybody. I thought it'd be a good challenge for me to learn to improve my musicality and just work on things that I've never done before, and it's really fun.
The Choral Festival is one of the best days of the year. I'm seeing the teachers that I'm working with and the students coming together to make something that they couldn't do alone. That group effort is really so important, and I think that's what's really exciting. Certainly I know that the parents are just thrilled to be able to see their students performing at such a high level.
To prepare for the festival, students rehearse for months at their individual school and at site rehearsals that include several schools. Then, the day before the festival, the entire ensemble gathers to learn the nuances of the music from the conductor. Every year, a new world-class children's choir conductor is selected to guide the students through the challenging music.
He's really good with kids, and he knows how to handle a large group of kids, and he's really good.
Not only are the students learning, but the teachers are too.
The All County Choral Festival is a great opportunity for teachers to collaborate with each other. They see how another teacher might interpret that music and then teach it. They can take those ideas back to use in their own classrooms and their own schools. But they have a chance to talk to the other teachers. As they're watching the clinician work, they can talk over the ideas that they're seeing him or her use with the students.
I think the students and the teachers get so much out of this weekend. So we get to watch a guest clinician that the kids are so into it, and you're like, I need to bring that back. I need to pick up on all these little ways that he's moving, things that they're really connecting with, because all those kids are so focused that it just makes you want to write down a million notes to bring back to your own choir.
And that's coming from not only a teacher, but also a former participant. For over 40 years, the annual All-County 6th Grade Choral Festival has inspired thousands and thousands of students. Its legacy is a deeper appreciation of music and teamwork.
Definitely All-County Chorus was one of those experiences that sticks with you and you remember because you're collaborating with so many other people. It makes you want to continue on with choir, and it makes you want to inspire other people to do the same thing.
And now I'm going to introduce Tiffany to you.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Parisi, and I am a proud member of the Spring Hill Music Program. I enjoy singing and playing the piano. This year, I was fortunate to participate in the All-County Choral Festival, and it was a wonderful experience. What I remember most about the festival is how special it was to be a part of such an amazing performance. It was a unique opportunity for those of us who love singing to come together from many different schools, share our musical skills, and work with a professional conductor. And it felt really great to be a member of this group. There are science teams and soccer teams, and now there's a musical team, and I am so glad to be a part of it. Lastly, this experience has shown me that I would like to continue in music. I have seen what it would be like if I pursued music, and know that it is something worth striving for. So I thank the music program for all it has done for me, and I hope it continues so others can experience the same joy the music program has brought me. Thank you.
And now, Mr. Pittman, if you come forward for your presentation.
Good evening to everybody. Chairman Moon, Fine Arts leaders in the department. Put this up just a little bit. I have a couple notes that I've written, so kind of give you some fun things to think about. So if you will bear me out. This award is presented tonight, but it's been in the making a very long time. I have been a partner with Fairfax, both as a vendor with Contemporary Music Center, and I've also personally had the honor of being a clinician for many of the programs through the years. My company is a proud member of NAM, the National Association of Music Merchants, which is a not-for-profit association with a mission to strengthen and promote the benefits of music making. NAM unites over 9,000 businesses in the international music instruments and products industry, and I'm here representing them and the NAM Foundation today. The NAM Foundation's Best Communities for Music Education initiative recognizes and celebrates communities and their school administrators, the teachers, the board members, parents, community leaders, and students for their support and commitment to music education programs. The NAM Foundation program also acknowledges the community and the school district's commitment to assure access to music education for all students. In a record-breaking year for participation, the NAM Foundation designated 367 school districts across the country as best communities for music education. The Best Communities for Music Education program plays an important role and part of NAM Foundation efforts to make music education part of the core curriculum assuring that the benefits of music are made available to every child. Numerous studies have demonstrated that learning to play music can boost academic skills as well as social skills. The NAM Foundation is proud to present a certificate to Fairfax County Public Schools as one of their 2014 Merit Award recipients and as part of the Best Communities for Music Education program. From everyone at NAM and the NAM Foundation and Contemporary Music Center, and personally myself, I'd like to say congratulations to you, Fairfax County, for the success, and we continue to offer support as we go. Congratulations. And I have a certificate to present to you.
And if you have any questions?
No, I think I speak on behalf of our board and leadership team. We really appreciate this recognition. We're very, very proud of our fine arts programs, but we know that the programs are what they are because of the music educators we have all throughout our system. And I continue to be so impressed with the talent and what you cultivate in our students, and then of course our wonderful students and parents. So congratulations, and this is really for all of our great educators throughout our system, so thank you very much.
Board members? Mr. McLaughlin?
I did not want you to lose a moment to at least hear from all of us that many of us on this board were blessed to go to public schools where we first learned our love of singing. And I continued that love through middle school and high school and even into college. And so I want to thank you for the work that you do that help our children experience that level of joy that music really does bring into our lives. And I know in the national conversations about how do we fund all the programs we'd like to have in our public schools, I just wanted you to know that in listening to my colleagues, so many of us absolutely believe and value the work you're doing and will continue to do our very best to advocate for that continuation in our public schools. So thank you.
Ms. Hines?
I just wanted to make sure to thank our student who came out. And your first name again, I'm sorry. Tiffany, thank you. Tiffany, thank you so much for coming out. You sat through quite a bit, right? So we got to this point finally. And I know that persistence probably comes partly from your training in the chorus, because I know it takes, and from your mom. She's pointing to her mom. Oh, chorus teacher, I'm sorry, your chorus teacher. That's right, that's right. You're right, you're pointing to the right person who has brought you to this point. The words of the students are always the most important thing we hear, so I can't thank you enough for coming out tonight and sharing with us, and you did a beautiful job. Thank you.
I just want you to know that 6th grade All County Choral Festival is one of those events that I look forward to every year. And in my 15 years as a board member, I think I might have missed just only 1 or 2 years. And every time I go there, it brings me a lot of joy and sometimes tears into my eyes. And I see Mr. Gibson there, former school board member, who had always been there with me. And thank you, Mr. Gibson. He's a singer himself. And thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have a citizen participation. Fairfax County citizens who would like to address the school board should arrange to be placed on the speakers list by signing up online at www.fcps.edu or by calling the school board office at 571-423-1075. If the concern is a group concern, please consider appointing a spokesperson, and while the spokesperson is speaking, those in support may stand to show their support. The school board will not hear statements involving issues that have been scheduled for public hearings, such as capital improvement program, budget and boundaries, or personal attacks on any person. Complaints regarding individual students or school-based employees should not be raised at public meetings. Any such concern should be directed to the appropriate school principal or other school officials. Citizens are encouraged to write the school board on any school-related topic. Speakers are requested to limit their remarks to not more than 3 minutes and provide at least 16 copies of their presentation for distribution to the board. Tonight, 10 citizens have signed up to address the board: Stuart Gibson, Stephen Greenberg, Avis Catchings, Virginia Shea, Lolita Manchina Smoke, Melissa Cox, Tina Hone, Michelle Manapes, Kevin Hickerson, and George Becerra. I also know that there are a couple of students from Chantilly High School, Anjali and Sajan, who tried to sign up but weren't able to. I'm sorry about the limitation on the number of speakers we have tonight, but if you turn in your copies of remarks, they will be distributed to all board members, and board members will read those remarks. But thank you for coming and joining us this evening. With that, Mr. Gibson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Garza. I was here 3 weeks ago to talk about what we didn't know about the proposal to extend Monday elementary school schedule, and now I'm here to share with you a number of things we do know. Number one, I can count. I know you've all made up your minds, and I have no illusions about persuading you to stop this headlong rush into something that your teachers have told you is not ready for prime time. I also know that the proposal has had little or no vetting or discussion outside the working group that developed it and presented it to the school board just 29 days ago. In fact, the proposal comes with more questions than answers. The only thing anyone knows for certain about the proposal is it'll create a uniform elementary school day. How that'll happen at each school, what it'll mean for teachers and students, how much it's going to eventually cost, how you're going to pay for it after next year, those are all to be decided in the future. In fact, I know that the implementation plan is contained in the agenda item, has 3 components, none of which contains any details about the plan itself, because the implementation plan is to develop the plan. Which brings me to the 3 Orwellian things I know about tonight. The board's 2014 public engagement plan says, embedded in the culture and governance process are clear, broad-based, timely, and transparent communications between stakeholders and the school board. Unless apparently the school board thinks otherwise, none of those elements are present here. The first rule of budgeting is never commit one-time non-recurring funds to pay for recurring expenses, unless apparently the school board thinks otherwise. Third, we should always listen to our teachers on significant issues that affect them, unless apparently the school board thinks otherwise. In last week's hastily developed survey, respondents were asked if they support the proposal to eliminate early Monday closing, giving no details about the proposal. Nearly 2/3 of your employees answered the survey, and of those teachers who expressed an opinion for or against, that was about 82%, more than 2/3 said they oppose making the change for next year. By the way, read their comments. They don't trust you. As my board member told me this week, I know this is really about priorities. In fact, it's about a super priority. By adopting this proposal tonight and committing to spend up to $8 million per year to implement it, the board is saying that ending Monday early closing is so important, it shouldn't have to compete against other priorities: teacher pay, class size, instruction, later high school start times, and the normal budget process. You've committed